karanga te pō, karanga te ao, karanga ngā hau wairua e. Whakamau mahara mai ki ngā mate, a tā whiti nui, tā whiti roa, tā whiti pā mau e.
Kia ora, ko Renee Thomas Tukuingawa, kai hautu or manager of iwi relationships with Tasman District Council, Te Kaunihera o Te Tauihu Iwi. I've been privileged to work with our council and with our Whānau Hapu Iwi on this Māpua Masterplan. Now this plan came about from frustrations shared by not only iwi but also the public around different projects coming to them individually. So it was thought to pull them all together to create this one Māpua master plan where we can consult with the public alongside iwi on the long-term plan and future development strategy for Māpua.
It's multi-layered as to why the master plan is important to iwi. We are in support of progress and development, but we want to make sure we protect our culture and heritage.
We have a saying, whatu naro naro te tangata tū te whenua. People will come and go, the land will always remain. And so in our time, we have to make sure that the maintenance and the health of the environment is there for the next generations. We're not against development, but we are, as kaitiaki, we're responsible to ensure that the environment and the location is left in a better state for our next generations.
Tākiri mai te haiata nā runga e te taumata o pai tangata. Ka atiri kohu ihu taku haere ki nā waitapu o Waimeha. E reperere ana ki te kuko o te manawa, ki korora, e putai te kōrero, haere kā kia tāra poko hau. E ko kura haupō, e ko kuia e tuaki nei, tihei tū, pai aha. This wahi is significant to us because our whakapapa is embedded within the landscape. The bones of our ancestors are in the whenua.
We're our heritage, our people named places here, our people lived here, they worked the area, they gathered the resources. Today, people find those things in the way of koiwi tūpuna, ancestral remains, wahi tapu, archaeological sites, which there are many here, taonga tūturu, artefacts, which are also found here. They are important to us.
So this whole coastline has a long history of Māori occupation, and the archaeological layers are taonga to us. We treasure them.
There were no roads, there were no trains, there were no buses. So our ancestors, they either walked or they used State Highway number 1, which was by Waka. And so the coastline was really important. So Māpua was like an occupation site for our ancestors. They were here for shelter, they were here for food. So it's important for us to ensure that this location, this wahi tapu, is maintained and enhanced.
Taking care of our artefacts, taking care of our koiwi. It's a privilege and an honour to do that mahi.
Wahi tapu. Awa koia tērā ko tēnei te wā I tapu, te wā I no o nei o tātou mātua, o tātou tūpuna. A wā I pakanga anō o hira, tēnei takiwā. A wā I tapu as a site of significance, as a sacred site. And in particular, this area and right along this coast, a conflict took place amongst the iwi. Therefore, along this area in particular, here, there have been bones, human bones that have been recovered and then reinterred at the urupa, at the cemetery. Hence, we need to be aware that wahi tapu are exactly that, sacred sites of significance that need to be shown due respect.
Those that have fallen in battle from our people and our allies were buried, and therefore the evidence of this is quite predominant in this region, and therefore our kaitiaki have highlighted this area as one of the major hotspots of the Tasman region.
The Māpua Masterplan is important for everyone. We all have to work together to decide what is appropriate in what place. So we have a responsibility to the whenua, moana, the wai, looking at not just restoring, but enhancing, bringing it to a better state for our next generations.
I think we'd like to have our heritage acknowledged and recognised here. Like everybody, we want to be a part of its development. We want to make sure the environment is thriving so that future generations are able to use it.
It's seeing our cultural values upheld, us as kaitiaki being enabled to advocate for those cultural values. Having our kōrero, our cultural narratives, our history visible on this whenua. It's essentially education for the other people that visit and live here, and so that there's an understanding of the cultural significance of this place to us.
One thing that people need is information. What happened here? They need to know that. What has been here, what has gone before them. And a lot of people here in this village here are really interested in the history of Māori.
So what makes Māori part of the Māpua community is culture and heritage. Our names are on the landscape. We have wāhi tapu here, our urupa, the archaeological sites that we protect, that we take care of. It's our responsibility as kaitiaki.
Although we have our own values around things like kaitiakitanga, we're still out there at the waterfront on the wharf. You know, just before we came here, I was taking my tamariki to get ice cream. They've been swimming on the beach, and we're invested in this community. In things like education, things that are needed within the community, things that uplift and help us move forward as a community. Those are things that we hold close to us as important.
We're part of ceremony in the community. We've opened festivals. We've done blessings of land and buildings. We're in the education system. Our artworks are in the schools. We are integrated into this community. We contribute, we participate, and we serve.
For us, we talk about Māori or essence. What is the essence of this place? Our people have a layer of essence here. People who live here have a layer of essence here. It gives this place its identity. We all want to share what it means to each other. The Māpua Masterplan provides that for us.
The concept of kaitiakitanga is not a concept known to Māori alone, but to all iwi. To all iwi of Te Tauihu, to all peoples of Te Tauihu. It's our responsibility to look after places like this. We have a responsibility to look after these wāhi tapu, these sacred places, these places, sites of significance for all the generations going forward.
For Tasman District Council, this Māpua Masterplan is just a beginning. It's the start of steps forward in progressing our relationships and our obligations to working with iwi and with the public in the wider context.
Hoi nō rā, koe rā pito kōrero, tēnei e mihi nei ki a kūtau, runga no i te ngā kauiti, no reira huri no, tēnā kūtau, tēnā tātou katoa. E wakakapi ngā ki te karakia, unu ia te uru tapu nui, kia wātea, kia māma te ngā koutou wairua te tina te takatū, koe rā e rongo wakiriake ki runga kia teina, haumi e, hui e, tēnā tātou katoa.